Hola, 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 and welcome back to the kingdom. Guys, thank you so much for all the love and support you guys put on the channel. 5,000 guys, that is our next biggest goal right now. So we can have the face cam reveal for this beautiful face so you guys can see who is behind the monitor talking to you all this time. And guys, we are getting closer to the end of the spoilers. We got about 2 more days for all the set being released. And we got the last spoiler. Our top 10 is going to be the multicolored cards. We may be adding some of the artifacts. They're not that great right now, but you know, we might end up being adding those into this list as well. So our top 10 for multicolored cards, guys. Our first one is going to be Angel Fire Ignition. 1 generic, 1 red, 1 white. It's a sorcery. Put 2 counters +1/+1 on target creature. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of the turn. And it also has flashback for 2 generic, 1 red, 1 white. My god, like so many things you can do with this card, guys. It's crazy. Even the top 10 that I was choosing to get all the cards, there's so many cards, guys. This is just like the top 10 that I chose really carefully, but there's some more cards than 10, so you guys know. This one is going to play really good with Belomacu's Lorehold because the ability that he already has, right? So we can attack with him, and then we can cast this one again and activate something else if he does it. If we're playing Jeskai with the Belomacus, he's going to have +2/+2, so he's going to be a 7/7. And if we have Alrund's Epiphany there, it's just going to continue, you can win the game. So hold on to this one, guys. Angel Fire is going to be doing crazy stuff in the standard. Our next card, guys, is going to be Dire Strain Rampage. 1 generic, 1 red, 1 green. Love me some land destruction, and they gave us some. So you can destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. If a land was destroyed this way, its controller may search up to 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Otherwise, its controller may search the library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap. So pretty much if we destroy an artifact or enchantment, they get to choose a land. If we go for 1 land, they will go for 2. Or we can even target ourselves and we can bring 2 lands. Or we can be playing this on a tamer, and if we have Confounding Conundrum, they won't be able to bring that other land. So that's going to be really nice, an extra combo that we can be adding with this card over here. So we'll see what we can do. And also at the end, it has flashback for 3 generic, 1 red, 1 green. I like it. Land Distraction will do some craziness this time. Our next card is going to be Hallowed Respite. 1 white, 1 blue. It's a sorcery. Exile target non-legendary creature. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's entered under your control, you put a counter +1/+1 on it. Otherwise, tap it. So we pretty much can target Mr. Opponent's creature, tap it, that way he won't be able to block. Or if we have a creature that we need to do ourselves, we can do that. So pretty much we can even target our own Skyclef Apparition, Professor of Symbology, and stuff like that, that is going to give us an extra trigger like that, and it's going to give us plus counter +1/+1. So, I mean, there's a lot of things we can do with this card. Even if you're playing Jeskai, again, you can be targeting Belomacus with this into another creature that you control. So that's very nice. Our next card, guys, Badric Astral Archmage. 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 red. Is a legendary human wizard. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day. Has Badric Astral Archmage. Enters the battlefield. Instants or sorcery spells you cast cost X less, where X is Badric's power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a counter +1/+1 on Bad. So a lot of triggers that we can do with this one. It has some big targeting stuff in this standard set, so I'm liking it a lot. Prismatic Command is still going to be really good. Counters that we can put into this guy is going to be nice. We can be targeting some Jeskai as well, so a lot of things that we can be making instants or sorcery to cost less is going to be something crazy we can do with this guy over here. Our next card, guys, Liesa Forgotten Arcane. 2 generic, 2 white, and 1 black. Legendary Angel, Flying Lifelink. Is a 4/5. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to the owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature, an opponent dies, exile it this way. I like that. Anything that we can make sure that Mr. Opponent doesn't bring anything from the graveyard, it's going to be really good. So this on Cleric Angels right now, or sub deck, is going to be very tough to destroy, because those cards are going to be coming back to you anyway, so that's nice. All right, guys, our next card is going to be Ludovic Necrogenius. 1 blue, 1 black is a legendary human wizard, a 2/3. Whenever Ludovic Necrogenius enters the battlefield or attacks, mill a card. You can pay X, 2 blue, 2 black, exile X creature cards from your graveyard, transform this guy. X cannot be zeroed and you can only activate it, has a sorcerer. When it gets transformed, it becomes Oleg Ludwig's Havris, legendary zombie. As this creature transforms into Oleg Ludwig's Havris, it becomes a copy of a creature card exiled this way. Except the name is Oleg, it's a 4/4 and is a legendary blue and black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Put a counter +1/+1 counters equal to the number of creatures exiled this way. So pretty much we're playing a zombie tribal and we exiled probably 4 creatures. If we have that, like a 4 mana or something like that, this guy's gonna become a good 8/8. Wow. All right, so he could become really good. And having Blaze Stitch Scab, which is the zombie soldier that gives +1/+0 to other zombies, is gonna be good because this thing is probably gonna become a good 9 and 8. God, so there's a lot of things we can do with this one in a zombie tribal. Our next one, and probably one of my favorites from the whole set, is Rem Carolus Star Wall Slayer. 1 generic, 1 red, 1 white is legendary human knight, flying with haste. If a spell will deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. So pretty much anything that targets would do damage is going to be prevented. And if a spell will deal damage to a Mr. Opponent or a permanent the opponent controls, it deals that much damage +1. So the Boros Burn is back with this guy, guys. I like it. Our next card, guys, is going to be mythic cards now. Sigarda, Champion of Light. 1 generic, 1 green, and 2 white. Legendary Angel. It's got flying and trample. Humans you control get +1/+1. And the ability Coven. Whenever Sigarda attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a human creature card from among them and put it in your hand, and then put the rest at the bottom in random order. So, not the craziest card, not the craziest card that I've seen, but still, humans that we control are going to have a +1/+1. So, I mean, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice for a 4/4, guys. If we can do something like Rally of the Ranks, will be really nice, because with all the humans or creatures we got, it's going to be a +1/+1. Or if we can create like a crazy combo with Macewood Nexus, you know, there's going to be some cool stuff that we can do with this in a Celestia deck. Alright, guys, our next one is going to be Arlene the Pax Hope. 2 generic, 1 red, 1 green. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have already seen this one, since it was one of the first ones to be spoiled. It's got Daybound. You can plus it until your next turn. You may cast creature spells as thought they had flash, and each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Nasty. Then you can do -3, create 2/2 Green Wolf creature tokens. When it becomes night, legendary Arlene the Moon's Fury. You can plus it for 2, adds a green and a red, or you can pay 0 until the end of the turn. Arlene's the Moon's Fury becomes a 5/5 werewolf creature with trample, indestructible, and haste. Nice. Very, very good for our Gruul lovers. I like it a lot, guys. Werewolf Tribal is going to be good. Gruul, still going to be really good. And having our creatures entering with a +1/+1 and flash. Oh my goodness. So Burn Clicks is going to be good on this one. And the last one, but the best and only Teferi, guys. I know, Teferi, guys. I cannot believe Teferi is back, and this card is going to be a little bit broken. It's really, really good. Teferi who slows down the sunset. 2 generic, 1 white, 1 blue. You can plus it for 1. Choose up to 1 target artifact, target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanent you control and you gain 2 life. You can -2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand and the rest of the bottom of your library in any order. Or the craziest one, guys. -7, you get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw cards during each opponent draws step. I mean, crazy. Having Teferi before wasn't strong. Having Teferi in the historic right now is crazy. I'm not telling you anything about this card, guys, until we create a deck. It's gonna be crazy. Just having a series like this, or even Jeskai with this guy, is gonna be very, very interesting to create something with him. And guys, that's the end of our top 10. But we are not going without our bonuses. I didn't know what to choose, guys. There's so many multicolors that are gonna be really, really good. But I chose 3. So our first one is gonna be Galvanic Iteration. 1 red, 1 blue is an instant. When you cast your next instant or sorcery, copy the spell and you may choose new targets. And at the end, it has flashback with 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 red. So very good, because we can copy a lot of things with this. There's a lot of things we can copy, guys. We can copy Teach by examples. We can copy some other stuff. It's just going to be creating a lot of copies. And then we can just pay the flashback and do it again. Our next card, guys, is the Wake to Slaughter. 3 generic, 1 black, 1 red. It's a sorcery. Choose up to 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. An opponent chooses one of them, return one of them to your hand, and return the other one to the battlefield under your control. It gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. And it has flashback for 4 generic, 1 black, 1 red. So, reanimation is going to be really good. Having the Burning Rune Demon is going to be a crazy combo. If Mr. Opponent gives it to our hand, it's good. If he gives us to the battlefield, still really good. So many things we can do with this card. Goldspan Drag, guys. So many combos that we can create with this one. Even the Lord of the Forsaken is going to be good having it, because he's going to gain the haste anyway and he's got trampled. So, I'm liking the Rakdos right now. And the last one, guys, Gold Colors Harvest. 1 black, 1 green is a sorcery. Create X to 2 black zombies creature tokens with Decade, where X is half of the numbers creature cards in your graveyard rounded up. What else? You know, it's got flashback for 3 generic, 1 black, 1 green. So all these zombies, all these creatures we're gonna be sacrificing with Daily Disputes, with Skullport Merchant, all those creatures, guys, are gonna have so many zombies. And then just having Giza in the battlefield is gonna help us a lot. All right, and like I said, we're not living without some of the artifacts. They're not the greatest, but I still have to call them, right? So one of them is gonna be Mask of Grizzlebrand. 1 generic, 2 black is a legendary equipment. Equipped creature has flying and lifelink. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you may pay X life, where X is its power. If you do, you draw X cards equipped by 3. It's okay. Not the greatest equipment, but, you know, something that can give us to draw some cards is gonna be nice. Pithing Needle. 1 generic. When Pithing Needle enters the battlefield, choose a card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name cannot be activated unless they're mana ability. So this is really good stopper for Faceless Havens, Crawling Barrens, and Planewalkers. So this is really good. Pithing Needle, it's something that we needed for sure. And the last one, the Celestus, 3 generic legendary artifact. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day, has the Celestus enter the battlefield. Tap it, adds mana of any color. You can pay 3, tap it, if it's night becomes day, otherwise it becomes night. Activate this, only has a sorcery ability. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life and you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So like I said, not the craziest thing, but we'll see what we can do with something with Forsaken Monument. With that being said, guys, this is going to be our top 10 for multicolor, and it's going to be the end of our spoiler videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I think I did good. Not the greatest, first time we've done something like this. So we're going to keep doing this in the near futures for newer sets. And I like it like this because it's going to give us ideas of what can we create for the future. And what can change and what is going to be changing in the current and the future method. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video just like I did. Wherever you are in the world, guys, have a nice day, morning, or evening. Stay awesome, Warriors of the Kingdom. We'll see you on the next video. Bye. It is Warriors time. Warriors of the Kingdom, Hoplites, Ovlepija, Roman Ganev, Gesusaki Channel, Luis Felipe. Battalion Leaders, Pedro Alcaraz Perea. Generals of the Kingdom, Albert Franks, Gutroad. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love and support you put on the channel and having fun with us in the Kingdom.